So this is a quick video on how to use tips and tricks using your class calc while you're taking a test and even your quiz or even your assignment. So the first thing I would like to address is when you go to your class calc, click on the graphing calculator and click on statistics. And as you can see, I have mean, median, mode, range, minimum, maximum, even standard deviation and variance. So here I am in your Newton Alta homework, and as you can see, I'm simply going to go ahead and copy all these, and I will go ahead and paste it right here. And I'm going to give this a name L equal to. So this tells me it's a list. And then what I will do, I will go to my stats, click on mean. I don't have to type in all these numbers. I will simply click L. And I will close the bracket. As you can see, that gives me my mean. So remember what I did? I copied all the numbers and I gave these numbers a list. So these are the list of numbers and I gave a name to the numbers and I said calculate the mean of L. Now the next thing would be calculating the median of L. And I'm going to close the parentheses. And you can see the median is 39. And then I'm going to go back to my stats. I'm going to click, I'm going to click on the next one. I'm going to click mode. And I'm then going to say L because I named those numbers as L. And here I have my mode 39 and 41. And if you think, Miss, I really can't go ahead and name it L, you can always go ahead and type all the numbers every time you want to find your mean, median, and mode. Like in this case, I'm going to go ahead and type range. I'm going to the next button. I'm going to go to stats, range, and you can always go ahead and type in your numbers 1, 2, 15 or 45, whatever number is 52, 14, 18, 25, and then you will always get your range of those numbers. You can always go ahead and hand type in the numbers too. So the next one would be calculating the standard deviation. So I'm going to say standard deviation. And I want to go ahead and calculate the standard deviation of these numbers. So I will simply click L and I will close the parentheses. And now as you can see, it not only gives me the standard deviation of, so this is the standard deviation of the population because of the symbol sigma. And this is the standard deviation of the sample. So keep in mind what they're asking you. If I can find a problem, I will go ahead and do a problem where they ask you for standard deviation of the population and standard deviation of the sample. Now that's done, I will go back to my stats and I will find the variance. I don't know why I keep doing that in the same thing. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to add a new table or new space, I could say, and I'm going to say variance. I want to find the variance of the same numbers L here, or if you want, you can go ahead and type in the variables as well. And again, once I have my variance, it is going to give me the variance of the population. I know this is population because it is sigma, and variance of the sample because it is S squared. So that's how you find. You simply go to stats. If you want to find the mean, you click on the mean. If you want to find the median, click on the median. You want to find the mode, range, min, max, standard deviation, and variance. So here I have a problem. It says the heights in inches of the members of a barbershop quartet of singers are listed below. So height in inches, and it says if the population variance. So it's already telling me that it's a population, and they want me to go ahead and find the standard deviation. So I'm going to click standard deviation. I'm going to click statistics, click on standard deviation, and I'm going to go ahead and plug in the numbers 72, 68, 67, 73. And then once I have it, I have to decide what I need to pick. Is this a sample or is this a population? Remember, it says population variance, so I know I am picking the standard deviation of the population. So my answer would be 2.54. Now let's look at the next one. Not this. In this case, they're asking me to find the variance. So I will simply go ahead, stats, variance, and I will type in the numbers again. 72, comma, 68, comma, 67, comma, 73. And there I have my variance. Because it's a population, keep in mind your answer will be population. Oops. Your answer will be population variance. So every time they say population, you're going to use the sigma. Every time they say sample, you're going to use the S. All right, let's look at the next one. This is a good problem here. The following data set represents the pulse rate of 5 randomly selected players. Find the standard deviation of the data set. They ask you to find the standard deviation of the data set, and look what they say. They are also giving you a hint saying, hey guys, this is a S, not a sigma. So what do? You simply go to stats. They're asking me to find the standard deviation. So you click, let me go to the next one here. Okay, I'm going to start fresh. Stats, standard deviation, 66, comma, 70, comma, 75, comma, 80, comma, 84. They're asking me for S, so there is no way I'm going to give them anything else other than S here. So this is going to be your answer, depending on how many decimal places. All right, let's just say in the test they ask you for 1 decimal place and you accidentally put in 2 decimal places. Do not worry about it. Just email me back once you look at your test grade and then tell me what question, what section, your name, then I will go ahead and take care of that grade for you. All right. I wanted to go ahead and do one question with your z-scores. So here I have, in a recent national survey, the mean price of a 2,000 square foot home in Florida is, so they're saying the mean price, the mean is mu, is 240123, and the standard deviation is 16123, 16,000. So this is for Florida. And for Ohio, for the same home in Ohio, the mean price is 170,123 and the standard deviation is 1212, so it's $12,000. In which state would a priced home, so they're asking you, in which state would a priced home of $200,000 be closer to the mean? So my X value here is $200,000. The same is the case here, $200,000. So to do that, I have to go ahead and find my z-score. So for Florida z-score, I'm just going to put it right under the Florida column here. My z-score, the formula is x minus mu over standard deviation. So here I'm going to move this to the side just a little bit. So my X value is 200,000 minus mean is 24123, standard deviation 16123. That's for Florida. Let's go ahead and calculate for Ohio with a different color. The Ohio z-score is X minus mu over standard deviation. My X value is 200,000. Let me make sure I have the right zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus mu value is 17123. Standard deviation is 1200. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in the calculator. So I'm first checking for Florida, which is going to be 200,000. 1, 2, 3, 1 minus 24123, and the whole thing divided by 16123. So for my Florida, the z-score value here is negative 2.5. Let's go ahead and find for Ohio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus the mean was 1, 2, 3. So let me go ahead and bring up my whiteboard here so you can see. I think I have another 0. Yep. Whole thing divided by. So as you can see, the z-score for Florida is negative 2.5. Z-score for Ohio is positive 2.5. So to calculate the z-score, you will simply use the formula x minus mu over standard deviation. They clearly specify the standard deviations and the means, and the x value is your 200,000. So many of you had questions on section 2.6.2, which is box plots finding the minimum, the maximum, Q1, Q2, Q3, which are the quartiles. So to do that, let me go ahead and show you the easiest way. You will click on your graphing calculator. You'll click on statistics. You will go to plot, again, graphing calculator, statistics, plot, and you will click on box plot. Once you see that, go ahead, plug in your numbers, 40, comma, 40. I will go ahead and plug in these numbers for you. So I went ahead and plugged in the numbers, and let's go look for the box plot right here. Let me see, let me minimize it. I should have my box plot somewhere. There you go, that's where my box plot is. And all you have to do is, once you see your box plot, simply go ahead and click quartiles. So when you click quartiles, let me minimize this one. Oops. When you click quartiles, there you go. You have your Q1, which is your first quartile. Q2, remember your Q2 is your median, which is your second quartile. Q3 is your third quartile. Your minimum is 40. Your maximum is 84. So you have all the numbers here, minimum, maximum, Q1, Q2, and Q3. And always make sure you check your numbers. I missed the 84 before, so I went ahead, plugged it back in. And now my median matches, my minimum, my maximum, my Q1, my Q3. Remember, your Q2 is your median. I'm repeating it one more time. Your Q2 is your median. So I hope this video helps. Now let's go ahead and look for percentiles, because that's the question I got the maximum. So let me go ahead and pull up one of the percentile question. But again, for quartiles, you will simply click your stats, your plot, and you click your box plot, plug in all your numbers, and then you have to click your quartiles to see your quartiles. And you have Q1, Q2, Q3. Let's do one more just to be on a safe side. Let's see this. This is the frequency. The frequency, you have to plug in the numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all these numbers. As you can see, I'm copying it. I'm going to go ahead and paste it. And I will give it a name. Remember, I told you to give it a name. And now I will go to stats, plots, box plot. Stats, plot, box plot, always in a new number, and just say L, and there you have it. And then all you have to do is click on quartiles, and everything kind of pops up. There you go. So you can either plug in your numbers inside your box plot, or you can have your numbers as a list and then find the box plot of that list. I wanted to do the 80th percentile, or one of the problems from section 2.6.2, the percentile values. So what I did was I went ahead and copied the table here. So in this table, I have 60 data values. So my n value is 60. And they're asking me to find the 80th percentile. So my k value is 80. And they're asking me to find the data value I. So the formula is I is equal to k over 100 times n plus 1. So if I plug this in, I have 80 over 100 times 60 plus 1. And that value kind of comes up to 48.8. So what we do here is we go up one number. So if I go up a 48, I will get 49. So let me go ahead and use this color. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it up here. So if I go one up, I will go 49. And if I go one down, I will go 48. So I'm looking at 49 and 48 data values here on my screen. So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 10. Sorry, yeah, this is 15. This is 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So this is 46, 47. So this is my 48. And this is my 49. So I have 48 and 49 data values. And if I take the average of 17 and 17, I end up with 17. So my 80th percentile number is simply 17. And again, you plug in your formula. They're asking me for 80th percentile. Let me pick a different color here. They're asking me for 80th percentile. I have 60 data values. I plug into the formula k over 100 times n plus 1. I get 48.8. So I go up 1, I go down 1. I look at my data values. My 49th value is 17. My 48th value is 17. When I add both of them, the average of 17 and 17 is 17. So there you go. I hope this video helps, and if it does, what I want you all to do is email me, let me know how it's going. If you have any questions on the test, don't hesitate, and you get to take your note card, you get to take your scratch paper. Always take a test where if something goes wrong, I am available to help y'all. So good luck and keep me posted how things go.